Well, welcome to the Fat Gay Chicks, and this is Jake. I am your host. This is a podcast where we talk about anything and everything. Nothing is off the table, and we don't throw political correctness out the window because why? We never let it in the house to begin with. So, you may or may not have heard recently of the opening ceremony of the Olympics. There's a lot of great things. But then there was that drag queen thing that happened, and it was so bad that the Olympics have pulled it from YouTube because it created a firestorm. But I'm not here to talk about that in particular. And we can mention really briefly how grateful the Olympic Committee must be that Celine Dion did so well because everybody's talking about that and not the other thing. But there's this thing that happens in the world. And as a gay person, I can tell you growing up, I didn't like when I felt religion and everything was being shoved down my throat. My mama used to say that if you have sand in your hand, the tighter you hold on to it, the more you lose. And that's so true. When you try to shove ideas or thoughts or whatever down people's throats all the time, it just it just turns them off from it and from you. They go, "Oh my God, they're talking about that." It doesn't work. And most gay people knew this at one point. Now, where that was forgotten, I don't know. But apparently, nowadays, they want to shove, not gay people per se, but this whole LGBT, ZY, Domino's, pizza movement, they want to shove all this down your throat. And all that does is turn your audience off. It didn't work for Christians, and it's not going to work for you. So we sit here and we witness this, and we get sick and tired of it, and we don't want to hear about it anymore. Where do people think that this line of thinking is effective? These methods do not work. So we sit here, the unexpecting public, being force-fed crap all the time, and it's just ridiculous. We can't, you can't turn anywhere without seeing it, and that's why we're sick of it. It works for everything in life. I love going to Whataburger. I'm a Texan, right? We love Whataburger. But my God, if I had the freaking same sandwich every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'd eventually get sick and tired of Whataburger. Too much is never a good thing. So we need to stop. People need to refocus. You can be happy being you by yourself. Not everyone has to know everything about you. People like me, I really don't care who you are. Doesn't bother me. I don't need to hear about it. Don't care. I don't spend, I mean, other than the title of this podcast, but if you met me in real life, the fact that I'm gay never, ever comes up. It's not the first thing. Oh, hey, I'm Jake. I'm gay. Oh, so nice to meet you. It's just not a thing. But with this generation, they lack so much. They have no clue who they are, that they make up all this stuff. It's a extended adolescence. It's a continued fantasy world. When you're a kid, you pretend to be whoever, a pirate, a spaceman, a teacher, any of those things, because you're learning through play and you're trying to discover yourself. They're still trying to discover themselves at 20, 30, 40, God forbid, 50 years old, some of these people. And they want to make sure that you know about it. It's no different than the jackasses who make sure when they come into the store that they lay their Mercedes key down on the counter when they check out. It's a little hint. Oh, look at me. I have a Mercedes. That's more tolerable than this stuff. So what I'm telling you, if anyone out there is listening that has to be on that side of the aisle, if you think constantly shoving this sort of information or visions, God, the visions, down people's throats 24/7, 365 is helping your movement, it is doing absolutely nothing but hurting you. When are we going to learn that the only way to have true equality in this world, to be truly accepted by everyone, is to stop pointing out our differences all the time. I have never seen so many people saying, well, we want equality, but let me first start by telling you how different I am. Makes no sense. We should focus on the similarities, not the differences. It's it's unfathomable to these people, but very few people in the entire world give give any care about your gender, your sexual orientation. No one really cares. So stop talking about it. No one cares. And they say, well, they don't want to hear about it because it makes them uncomfortable. No, they just don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about anyone's whatever they do in the privacy of their bedroom. Me, you want to know what I do in the privacy of my bedroom? I make podcasts and I pet my dog on the bed when I go to bed at night. That's my exciting life. But no one cares. That's your little secret. That's your little world. Everyone has it. Straight people have it. You don't hear about that. So stop pushing these things. Just live your life. Try to be happy. And if not everyone likes you, who cares? Because it doesn't matter who you are in this world, gay, straight, LBGTQ plus Domino's Pizza, whatever you are, someone's not going to like you. Everyone has people who don't like them. I have plenty of people who don't like me. Do I lose sleep at night? Yes, but not for that reason. I lose sleep at night because I have ideas for podcasts or random things that pop up. Doesn't always happen. 2 o'clock in the morning, boom, the best idea you've ever had comes out. And if you don't write it down, you'll never think of it again. So this episode really had I didn't plan for this. It was just something that I really wanted to tell the American people. And this goes for any group of people. Christians, if you think shoving the Bible down people's throats is going to bring them to Christianity, wrong-o, not going to happen, never has worked. Stop doing it. I always said, when it comes to religion, and I guess this works for everything, the best way, if you want to change people's minds about something, the best way to do it is through your actions, not your words. If someone says, hey, that's a great person over there. I mean, I see what they're doing, and oh my gosh, they seem to have their life in order. What's going on in their lives? Then you start getting curious. You see that their beliefs are affecting them in a positive way, but you have no idea what their beliefs are. That's what draws you in to be curious about finding out what they believe in or who they are as an individual. You know, I often thought growing up gay, my best way to have a normal life is just to have a normal life. Don't try to be different. Just be who you are. Now, I am different. We're all different, but you know what I mean. This is not the time to mince words. And I always hate when they say, there's no such thing as normal. Yeah, there is. Normal. It's what a majority of people do. There is normal. Now, normal doesn't mean everybody's the same and boring, but there is normal. So if you want to live your best life, be you, because I am very much myself, but don't go to extremes to be so different that you make other people uncomfortable. I'm very different, but I'm also good at making people comfortable around me. And these people set out to make people uncomfortable. That is their whole goal. They want that attention. They want attention, good, bad. It's that thing they say about famous people, right? You know, no press is bad. You know, any press, bad press is good press, right? And I screwed that up, but oh well, you get what I'm saying. They just want that attention, the same reason kids throw fits. But that's it, America. That's it for this episode. I really appreciate you tuning in. Sorry it was short, but it just had to be said. I appreciate you tuning in. If you're listening on a platform that allows you to like, subscribe, or comment, I would appreciate if you do so. We're on almost every major podcast streaming platform, including YouTube now. So we're on Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, Amazon, Samsung. We're on many different platforms now. So iHeartRadio, we're on iHeartRadio. So that's fantastic. So tune in wherever you feel most comfortable. And I appreciate you tuning in. Until next time, this is Jake signing off for the Fat Gay Texan.